He is 100% worth it.
He takes it to another level. Oh my God, I just fell in love with it.
Thanks so much, Jay.
Blew my mind. And it worked. I wanted to buy my thing.
Jay is, I would say, the Yoda of sales calls, man.
Just talking to Jay, he was so good at just taking what it is, seeing the opportunity and the value and the real reason we are making it.
Talk to Jay, because he got it. He can definitely help you out.
Talk to Jay. You're going to get a lot. You're going to gain a lot.
I would absolutely recommend him for any position that you have.
Jay's definitely the guy.
Give him the chance, give him the opportunity. You won't regret it.
He's good at what he does, so I highly recommend him, and I would book him before he is fully booked out.
What is up, Sales Ninjas? Welcome back to the Sales Ninja Show podcast, where we cut through the noise, we ditch the outdated sales tactics, and we show you how to close deals with confidence, strategy, and integrity. My name is Jay Lee, and I'm the founder of Sales Ninja, former introvert, former banker, former pastor, lots of formers, now helping grow and scale businesses to the next level. And if you're tired of chasing leads and handling endless objections and feeling like you have to convince people to buy, you're definitely in the right place. Here, we do sales differently. We believe in positioning over pressure, where the right people lean in without the need for pushy and salesy tactics. And that's the heart of the reverse glass selling framework, which is a kingdom-driven approach built on trust, service, and true connection. Because when you lead with value, sales becomes effortless. And when you sell more, you can give more. And today, without further ado, we've got something very special for you. Our special guest is an absolute rock star when it comes to organic social media strategy. She is the powerhouse behind Next Level Marketing, helping businesses scale to six-figure revenues, and she's done it all without spending a dime on ads. Let me repeat that. She's done it all without spending a dime on ads, from creative content to algorithm hacks, and she's here to show us how to unlock the full potential of social media for business growth. So please welcome Jennifer Cecil.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Well, I know people know you as Jen, so is it okay if I call you Jen?
Yes, please do. Jen and Jay, perfect. We match.
There you go. Awesome. So you are a blessed mom of three and owner of Next Level Marketing, and I just wanted to dive right in. I mean, when if I'm not mistaken, a single mom of three, is that right?
Correct. Yeah, I am.
Okay. So hats off. I mean, I've got three, and our kids are very similar in age. I know we've talked several times in the backstage and offline. When my wife is out of the house and I'm with my three kids, I am like a basket case. I am just like, even if it's for an hour. So you've done this for a number of years. Like, how the heck do you do that? How do you juggle family and running Next Level Marketing?
I just do it, right? There's a lot of prayer involved and trust.
Jeez,
right?
I bet.
But I just love lists, and I just keep my calendar right next to me and just pray that I'm doing the best I can do. And that's another thing. I feel like we put so much pressure on ourselves every day to be like perfect and to be, and sometimes I have to go to bed with a sink full of dishes. Like I didn't have time for it that day. And you know what?
Amen, sister.
I had to tell myself, you know what? I know I did my best today. I gave it my best, and that's all I can give, instead of putting myself down. And I think that was a huge part of it, just doing the best you can do. Right. So that's how I do it. And I've got some really great kids. So
you have the PLC method, which is the prayer, list, and calendar.
Yes.
You did your best, and you let God do the rest. I love that.
100%. So I trust him wholeheartly.
There's another coaching program for you, because I know there's a lot of single moms out there that are struggling, that are suffering, that are in torment, that are in mentally, in terms of the mental health, they're not in good places. Right. So that's something that's a huge niche, especially as entrepreneurs and single moms. There's another business there. So
That's you
something.
know what? That's so true, because as a single mom, I feel like it's almost like a stigma that we like put on ourselves. Well, I'm a single mom, and it's like, there's so many things that we can say. Well, we're in a two income economy, right? Like that's what it should be. And we could keep focusing on that, or we can choose to trust God, pray about it, see where he leads us, and go. And that's exactly what I did. I worked at a 9 to 5, and during COVID, my job was no longer there. So as a single mom, I thought my life was crumbling down, when really it was just a springboard to helping so many people through next level marketing. So
amazing. So tell us, take us back when you were, a child. Did you have money growing up? Did you have entrepreneurial family members? Where did it all start?
So I would definitely say, so growing up, we were a middle class family, and I went to a nice high school here. Actually, my kids go there now. And
oh, no way!
Yeah, and so
cool.
so we moved back because I knew that my education really set me up to succeed in college. Now, I will do a big shout out to my parents, because they've always taught me to like be resilient and be caring and be positive, because you put as much energy and emotion to the negative, if even more, and what does that do for us? It doesn't do anything. It makes it worse. So why not just look for the good? Like, I will never forget, my mom is always like, find the good. As a kid, I'm like, oh, really, Mom? And then nowadays, I find myself telling my kids the same thing, because I get it. Find the good. Be grateful for everything that we have, and so I just feel so grateful to be in the position that I'm in right now with the gifts that God gave me. So
you said something that really strikes a chord. Be grateful for everything that you have, because there are people who are listening here, and I want to give a shout out to our listeners. Nicole Gonzalez, she says she's watching live, so thank you for tuning in. Nicole, if you have any questions for Jen or myself, please ask away. And yes, find the good. Your mom is right. Very true.
Yes.
Right? And you said be grateful at all times. And we have 60,000 thoughts every single day, 80% of which are usually negative. So we're talking about 48,000 negative thoughts that we're battling through every single day. And so we wonder why, with our mental health and discouragement and depression, we're kind of like against many odds here. So if we're not having that grateful attitude, if we're not having that positive mindset, it's kind of a losing battleground even when we wake up. What do you do with daily routines? What do you do with regards to reversing that mindset to be able to have a winning mindset?
So it's interesting. I'm going to kind of go backwards, because everybody has a morning routine, but it's very important to me right before bed to read my devotional, to really go to bed with that positive mindset, because I feel like a lot comes to me at night. Like, I could be struggling with something, and through my dreams, I just get a lot of clarity. And so, that's where I start. And then in the morning, again, I have different affirmations, including, money affirmations, and just getting in the grateful, abundant mindset. And, and that's taken a lot of work. I have used Wendell Yoder with Voss Coaching Company, and I love everything that they teach. And he's a magnificent coach, but everything really starts with that mindset, and it changes your life when you can really be in charge of the mindset and understand. When I know you have, your psychology and business, like understanding that, I'm super excited to partake in yours as well. But I think that people don't give enough, what's the word? They don't give enough, like they focus on their physical health, right? They make that a big priority, but not always their mental health. And so I think it's equally, if not more important, because I feel like it's really the foundation to success.
Right, because the mind will tell the body and the heart, right? And what comes in is what comes out. So if people are focusing on the external, what, like you said, what's more important is the stuff that's kind of internal.
Your subconscious, right?
Nicole's right. And Nicole says, yes, mindset. I work on that every day. Nicole, share some tips with us on what do you do to help give you that mindset, that positivity every single day. We'd love to hear from you. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask again as well. Thank you for tuning in, Nicole. And everyone who's watching, comment live and ask your questions to Jen Cecil, the Organic Mastery coach. So when we talk about organic social media strategies, I'm just deep diving right in because I want to get to the deep end of this. Is there's a lot of people who will polarize and say, you know, paid ads is the way to go. And I know you have a lot of opinions, so I want you to debunk, you know, some of the thoughts about paid ads. Is it good? Should we use it? When should we use it? And then before that is how do we know when to go from organic to paid, or do we even do that?
Okay. Yeah. So first of all, I'm going to back up even to before that. It's very important. 99% of the business owners and clients that I have and talk to don't even have any sort of social media strategy. And the reason that's so important is because you cannot clearly change what you don't measure. You know, you need data, you need that. So it starts with, that's what I help my clients with. We start with a goal and we start with a strategy. So we figure out what their goal is for the quarter, and then we build out a strategy that is that basically gives you all the steps in order to get in front of new people, get in front of leads. I always tell my clients, you know, we're building your virtual storefront. So we do that. And then after we start, I have a proven process that helps cut time to knowing what to post. I mean, that's what they're like, well, we know we need to post, but what do we post? And then once I post, I don't get any engagement. I don't get anything. Like, how do we do that? You know? And so we discuss algorithm hacks. I talk about, I've been studying it for 15 years. And so I am that cheat code for you, you know, to really, to get you there quicker. So I am not against paid ads per se, but I think that I know that organic should be your first step, right? And like we talked about that with it being the catalyst, right? It's really that secret catalyst to marketing and sales without ads. So then what we're going to do is we're going to collect data. We're going to make sure we're hitting the target market. Instead of paying to figure out who to get in front of, we use our organic data. We really get serious and detailed with it. And then you put money behind it. And that's how you make your dollars go further.
So I came up with the marketing term and brand. If you don't already have it, here's going to be the lead magnet that I think you should have, if not already. You know, Jen Cecil has, and we're doing like a work session here, even though it's a podcast. It's okay. It's my show. So I can do whatever I want. So yeah, right. Algorithmic hack cheat code. Algorithmic hack cheat code. Right? It's the organic mastery without paid ads. So the subtitle is you're gonna teach people how to master organic and generate leads to book calls and sales without having to pay for it, because a lot of people will pay for it and not get the results, ROI or ROAS for that matter.
Yep.
And they don't have MVP, minimal viable product, or they don't even have product market fit. So they try to test it because they want to accelerate, which is skipping that step. And you said the word catalyst, which I think was a very pivotal word. I think that's going to be in your marketing and your branding, because catalyst, we shared yesterday or the day before, is a chemical reaction that accelerates a reaction without the actual source of the chemical being affected or changed in any way. So you have all these things that you've learned in the last 15 years through hacks and growth strategies and beating the algorithm. And it's changing all the time, as you know. But how do we fast track by collapsing time and getting these quantum leaps? Is by giving them what they need, which is this lead magnet, build your email list, grow and nurture it, and then do a call to action. Anyways, that was when you talk about that, can you give us some practical steps on, if someone's listening? We have, let's see, I'm just going to put this post up here. And Nicole is really tracking here. She says, sorry, I'm at work, but I give thanks in the morning, listen to podcasts and personal development books. No worries. If you're looking for a way out of your 9 to 5 and starting your own business, Jen and I can help you with that. Okay, cool. And I saw your message, Jen, in the private chat, so I got that. Thank you.
Yes.
So what is an algorithmic hat cheat code? What can someone like Nicole and myself and people who are listening to actually make organic mastery work? Because we're kind of hitting our head against a brick wall right now.
So I want you to first think about Facebook as from a business standpoint, right? So Facebook is not going to want you to go off Facebook. Facebook's going to want you to stay on their app, right? Keep scrolling, keep commenting, keep all your engagement in there. So what do we know about that? We say, okay, so what are things that we can do to signal the algorithm like, hey, there's conversation here. Hey, people are looking at our stuff. Hey, we're keeping people within your app. All right. So I'm going to say the number one do not do on a post is put an outside link linking somewhere else. Okay. So obviously we still need that, right? So people still are like, well, Jen, like, how am I going to get people to go, Well, what we do is we say website link in the comments. Okay. And we just put it there. So it's like these little tricks to the algorithm so not only did we put the link there, but we also commented on our post, which signals to the algorithm, hey, there's something going on here. Right.
Good. I'm just going to pause you just for a second because you're giving gold nuggets that I think people who are listening may miss. And I know because I know this to be true. So what Jen is saying is when you're doing a post or some sort of social media, content, don't put the link that you're trying to take people off. If it's a webinar, if it's a landing page, if it's a website, if it's a funnel, regardless, don't put it in the post, but you can say, website link in the comments, or you can direct them off that post, but in the comment section could be the first comment because it's your post. And you could say to register for the webinar, here's the link, right?
Right.
Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Okay. Yep. And tell us why that's important. If you put the link in the actual post at the same time, what does that do?
So that's going to signal to the algorithm. As you talked about being spammy and salesy, like we don't want to be spammy and salesy. And so the algorithm's also going to flag that as well. Like this is a spammy, salesy post. We don't want people in your face selling things. We want people to have a community that they can talk to, not be, like a door-to-door salesman, right? So that's where that mindset and the hack comes from. So it's less in your face. It's more like the permission marketing, right? Like I have a link, I have something that could help you out. If you want it, see below, right? It's not just shoving it in your face. So that's another part of this is really that permission marketing and really respecting other people, and respecting that not, even though your sales is number one on your list, it's not for everybody, right? We want to just be providing value. So
and that leads me to the next question. And Nicole, while she's at work, says golden nuggets. Yes, never put on your post. She also said Facebook. I think she's saying Facebook doesn't like it.
Right.
At first, I thought she said she doesn't like Facebook, but I think she's saying that Facebook doesn't like it when you put the link in your post. So put it outside your post. Another gold nugget. Plus Facebook wants people to stay on the platform. Yes, exactly. Thank you for tuning in, Nicole, doing your work. So you said permission-based marketing, which I love in providing value. Again, something that I also teach and train in my sales psychology masterclass. What kind of ratio do you give for, value to a call to action? Do you have a formula or a framework? Because at some point we don't want to just keep value. And then I know people who do that really, really well, but there's nothing to opt into. There's nothing to really get. That's the other side of it.
It's that 80-20 rule. And I'm sure that's what it is. I apply it there too. So 80% value, 20% hard, I don't want to say hard sales, but hard offer, right? And so we're using, again, in this strategy that we develop and the content calendar that we create, we're very mindful and strategic on the other two. So like I always say, post 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So the 1 will be the offer. The 2 will be directing you to why you need that offer, right? And not saying that, but we're providing value to lead them to the offer. So
So 1 is the offer, number 2 is why you need the offer, and 3 is the call to action.
yes.
Okay. And
And I was going to say too, also really utilizing stories. You can sell harder in stories. And you can put direct links. I would do that daily. So right now, how it is with the algorithm, I mean, algorithm changes daily. And I always often say, I'm nerdy because it just fascinates me. But like, I feel like, we all have a gift, right? And some people use social media in a really nasty way. And so it's in my heart to help people get their gifts and spread to help others. And so teach them how to do that. And that's what I do in my academy.
So utilizing stories, how often do you recommend doing stories? Is it once a week? Is it daily? If it's daily, how many times daily?
It's daily, and I would do 3 to 5 daily. I mean, everybody says different things, but based on my data and my experience with my clients and in myself, that is what I find works the best for me. And make sure that you put links in it, make it interactive, use the polls, use the stickers. Instagram loves it when you use their stickers and links to show off to other people, like what you can do on Instagram. So, get in there, explore all those different stickers for Instagram. There's just a lot of opportunities through the organic side that a lot of people just don't see. So
Nicole is throwing fire emojis at you to say that you're on fire. So thank you for that feedback. What time of day is there any? I don't know if you have when you said posting 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, with the 3 things, which is the offer, why you need the offer, which is value, and then the call to action. Is there a certain time or best practice that you recommend?
Yeah, it used to be a lot. It used to be very time driven, the algorithm, a few years ago. I'd say about 3 years ago. But in the past few years, I started seeing trends where content started taking off about a week after it was posted. So when I started seeing that multiple times, we'll see. We'll get back in Meta Business Suite and see what I can find for yours. But it takes off. So it doesn't matter what time if it's taking off 7 days later, right? And the other nugget I'm going to give you, this is a big one.
Okay, big nugget alert, guys.
Nugget alert. I never use a scheduler. So
by that you mean you don't have an automated scheduling poster that sends it, like even natively you don't use a scheduler?
I don't.
Natively within Meta?
No.
Okay. So why not?
I guess the only thing I do is right now posting on Instagram and having it automatically post to Facebook.
Okay.
That's good. That's fine.
Okay.
Because we want it as organic as possible. And it just signals the algorithm like this is a real person. This is you know what I mean? It's not, because think about it. If you're not a business or like a real person, are you going to be using a scheduler? Like if you're just using it for like personal, why would you use a scheduler? You know what I mean? Like if you're not trying to build a business or you're not trying to, you know what I mean?
So yeah, I do. And that was a big nugget alert. So do not use a scheduler. Keep it as organic as possible, so that you can really show that you're a human. When you're posting the daily stories, so you said daily 3 to 5. Is there a framework? Because I mean, when 3 to 5, some people will just put like, "Hey, I'm eating like overnight oats right now," or "I'm working out right now." Like, is there like your offer, value, and call to action?
Yeah,
is there
I was going to say
framework?
Yeah, you can do the exact same thing there with the offer and then the why and then the call to action. And right now, if you use the same picture, or I always like to do, some of the viral reels I've done, I'll go back and reshare that. Or sometimes I'll do, just personal, but really having it as a story, like you're telling somebody a story and there's a point to it. That's really what it's all about, instead of just like randomly posting stuff. But always making sure you're utilizing it with adding a link to that, but also like the again, you know, why do you need this link, you know, or why? So when I have a class that I'm doing Friday. So in my story, you know, I started with the first one was the actual event. Then the second one was a common, you know, pain point. And then the third one was, you know, that call to action again. So basically, you know, the first time they're seeing it, the second time they're like, oh yeah, I resonate with that. And then the third is the action stuff that they can take. So something like that.
I love that. So let's say you're doing the story, the pain point, and the call to action, and you're a Monday. Are you doing the same thing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but in a different way?
So you can, again, that's why I feel like strategy is really important. So that would be discussed when we're talking about that quarterly strategy. So, hey, this week we want to focus on this, like this, but you want it to all almost match, right? You're going to the same goal. So we want to make sure that all portions of social media and your marketing are pointing to that same goal. So I guess the answer is yes and no, but that's something that we would talk about and discuss in the strategy because, you know, we're all human. We all run businesses differently. And so I truly feel like no strategy is going to be the same. We can use the same, you know, methods, but the actual social media strategy is going to be different for everybody, depending on how we feel and the goals that we have. And that goal setting is such an imperative piece that most people do not have. And so
what do you mean by goal setting? So what if you have a success story to be of a client and you reverse engineer that, what could be a goal, a success goal?
So, you know, we often the goals are either, you know, increase certain KPIs, right? So we want to increase the reach and engagement, you know, or we want to hire 3 people on our sales team, or, you know, I want to, I don't know, something. My mind's blank right now, but but I think you get my point. So then we start with the goal, and then we figure out what the target audience is going to be to that goal. And then we move into, okay, well, where do those people hang out, right? Where does our target audience hang out? What content, step 4 is what content creation are we going to have that points up to those target audience or to that target audience and then the goal. And so that's kind of how all that works, that mindset, if that answers your question.
It does. So regarding a success story, because we talked about success goals, can you share a success story where a client built a 6-figure business purely through organic social media efforts? Because that seems almost unattainable for most, because a lot of people are using paid ads to kind of grow and scale. So what is a success story that you built a 6-figure business through purely organic?
Well, not only my own, but because I've never run a paid ad before, but also Wendell, and I talked about him earlier, and he had completely started over. He had 0 social media experience.
Really?
He didn't even want to get on camera. And so when we started working together, it was hard for me to get through to him. But finally, I mean, he had, again, that mindset. Like, he's like, no, I know I need to do it. I know I need to do it. And what he loved about us working together is that accountability weekly from me, you know, like, okay, you don't want to try this, but I'm like, if you want this goal, this is what we have to do. And I'm not saying that, you know, there's a lot of, if you don't want to be on camera, say there's other alternatives that we can come up with, and you don't have to be on camera. But my point is just, he has now turned it into his daily, on his daily to-do list, right? He has, he gets leads constantly. And the biggest thing too, is that he's a very coachable person, and he's hungry to get results. And so that, again, going back to that mindset, right? That's really, if you want to grow and you want to really gain, you know, leads, I'll help you, but you have to do some too. You know what I mean? You have to take the action.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of it is. But it'll take you 15 minutes a day. 15 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, that's all.
That seems doable.
Yeah, absolutely. So I do one-to-one coaching with people, which is a 30-minute weekly Zoom, or you can take the academy and then I teach you how to do all that. So
okay, so I'm trying to highlight as best as I can some of the results you've been able to get. So can you explain this before we have this case study here where I love how you did this before and after? It's kind of like before, after, before, after, before, after. So before we have a post reach of 500, and I don't know if that's negative 12 in terms of it's not doing the right thing, not going the right direction. All minuses, engagements, new page likes is 0 in the last 28 days. And then over here, you go from 500 posts reached 23,000.
And you want to know what we're up to now?
What is that?
171,000.
What?
That was their last week. Yeah, their last week reach. I could literally show you right now. Yeah. So
that's impressive.
I just have to pull it up really quick.
No worries, no worries.
It was 182,000. I don't know if you can
that's even higher.
Yeah. Can you see it?
Oh my God. I can see it. 182.7K.
Yeah. They're over 3,000 followers now. We've been working together for 2 years. So, and it starts, you're not just going to get that overnight. It's consistency, building momentum, continuing to make those algorithm changes. It's not, and that's why I developed the Academy how I did, because you purchase the Academy and you're going to get lifetime updates on that with one purchase, because it keeps, every time something changes, I go in there and update it, and which is a lot. And, busy business owners, they could do this, right? But they have so many other things on their plate. And so this is just that cheat code, right? To get you results quicker and making your money.
Is this like a business Facebook page, or is this a personal Facebook page?
That's a business
profile. Business is hard. I find that people do likes campaigns where they pay pennies on a dollar to get 2,000-3,000 likes, and that's from third world countries, because I've done it. I run page ads. But see,
then the problem with that, so then we're going to go back to the strategy is, why would you pay for somebody a like from somebody that couldn't even potentially be your
They'll never be my client, because my mentor told me when I first hired my first mentor, and it was a vanity metric of saying, hey, you got 3,000, 5,000, 10,000, 25,000 likes, and now you look like you're not a ghost town. But that page did nothing for me, and I made $0.
And you're right, vanity. You have to be careful with vanity metrics, and that's
so
how it used to be. Yeah, it is. It's very frustrating, and I know a lot of people are frustrated. And they, it breaks my heart, because I do see a lot of people that pay a lot of money, especially in the real estate world. They have these perfect videos, and I'm like, you know what? If you just back up. And we look at the organic side first without starting. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that, quality isn't good, but they're missing the point of so people are always going to think, what's in it for me? So are you answering that question with your content?
Yeah. You have these standing apart, methodologies and strategies versus the cookie cutter. Because when I was in the first mentorship and masterclass, I think there was 25 to 50 of us, and we paid $15K. So you do the math, and let's say there's 30 of us times $15,000. That person made 450,000, almost $500,000 from that cohort. And we were working on marketing strategies that were old and outdated. And I tell you, because I was a pastor, and I was really trying to do all the work and make the money worth it, because I didn't have the money, but I still took a loan. And, I was even going to the coffee, what do you call it, Starbucks, and putting my business card on a tack board on the community. And, one of my family members saw it and just started laughing, saying, what are you doing? Who's teaching you this stuff? Right. And it was very embarrassing, to be honest. And, a lot of these tactics and strategies that quote unquote so-called work, I think they did work at some point, but not when I was using them.
Like you said, they're outdated. And that's the other thing that I want to make very clear is I don't just say, well, I think this is what's going to work today. This is off client data that I have in front of me. I have a lot of clients, so I get a privilege to a lot of data. And so when I learn something or I see things that are trending or working, so normally I tend to be about a year ahead of what everybody teaches. So, you know, we've been talking about hooks with my clients for years now, when, you know, it's just things that, you know, again, going back to the psychology too, it makes sense. And I think that some people just think, well, if I do paid ads, I'll get this, you know, and it's not. You're skipping that imperative step. Just, it'd be like, you know, I don't even know, but I was going to say, like, driving at, I don't know, 4 years old or something.
Yeah. You know,
you're just skipping that step that you need, you know, like start, like I always say, starting the fire. Like, that's what organic does. It starts the fire, and then paid ads makes it explode, right? And sometimes, like with Wendell, we still have yet to do any sort of paid, and he is not slowing down at all. He is
interesting.
Yeah.
So that's a perfect segue for scaling strategies. You know, what strategies do you recommend for businesses like Wendell looking to scale, and maybe they don't want to do paid ads just yet because they're doing quite well with some of the strategies that you mentioned? What other ways that you help them scale using organic strategies?
So once we have your social media dialed in, I like to start email campaigns. So what we do with that's where we're going to put, you know, your lead magnets you were talking about, where we're going to put maybe blogs that we create for your website. That's another really, really big thing, is blogs on your website. These people think
they still work.
They do. I was just going to say that.
Yeah.
People think it's outdated, but
that's what I thought.
Because let me tell you something. The blogs are always there. They're always going to be there. And for years and years and years. So again, it's not going to be that it takes time. So organic does take time, but it's worth it once we get the ball rolling. And all of my clients see results within 90 days. It's just, you know, it's not going to be next week. It's not going to be 100 leads, but we get it. And what you're going to find is when you build organically, you're going to build a more, like, I would say, if you have 10 followers, all 10 of those followers are going to engage, right? Whereas if you focus on the vanity metrics, maybe 0 or 1 would engage with your content. So just thinking about it like that. And I think another thing too is like, hey, if you get 5 or 10 likes, you know, and you don't know those people, think about 5 or 10 people in front of you, like, supporting you. I think we forget that too, right? That even one person clapping for you should be celebrated.
So you have this Next Level Marketing Academy, and I know from talking to you that, you know, empowerment and education is very important. So how does educating clients on social media strategies, for example, through Next Level Marketing Academy, contribute to their long-term success?
So it's going to be that accountability for them. They have access to me and my team regarding marketing. I feel like, you know, I always tend to want to make sure that you get your value. You know, I'm very, and every single one of my clients hasn't been a problem yet, but every single one of them have my personal phone number, because it means a lot to me that we are not a 9-to-5 agency. We are marketing doesn't just stop, right? So I have roofers that there's a big emergency or like in their community where we need to get something out at 8 p.m. on a Saturday, you know, and I want to make sure to do that for them. So with the academy, I have the same sort of mindset. I don't want it to be another program where they're like, okay, here's your videos, see you later. We've designed a help center. You can directly reach me. And you have the one-to-one coaching with me. So it's in a group setting, but it's still me on there. It's not me having somebody fill in for me. It's very important to me that people get out of my academy what I intended it to be. So
I love the accountability, because that's one of the key factors that reasons why I believe entrepreneurs do not succeed. It's not because they don't have the mindset, they don't have the skill set. I mean, those are all different issues in themselves as well. But I think accountability is huge. How much accountability do you give in Next Level Marketing? So
I check in a lot. I say, again, if you're a client of mine, you can text me at any time. So, and I say text, obviously, because I'm a mom of 3. And if I'm at a game,
Yeah.
my attention's there, but I'll get back to you when I can. But that's how I give you accountability. I always say, hey, if you're making a post, send me a screenshot and I'll give you a thumbs up, or, hey, maybe we should change it like this. And this is whether you're a client, a student, no matter what you are. Again, this is my company, and it's very, very important to me to make sure that people feel supported and that accountability when they need it. So
I love that.
Yeah. So we do that. And again, email anytime, but it's really that screenshot and the posting, and to make sure. And sometimes like there's pre-trending audio that we need to use for reels. And so people might be like, I have this video. Do you have an audio you could send me? And I'm like, yep, no problem, and just like trying to help in whatever way that they need empowered. So
on the other side, where you have, needs and attention, desires from your 3 children, how do you set boundaries from roofing companies who are, wanting to reach you at all hours of the day, and your kids are like, screaming for attention? I know at this age they're probably not screaming, but they're doing different things.
they're like, bruh.
yeah, that's exactly what my kids say. Yeah. I say to my son, he calls me bro, and I'm like, hey sis.
I know. It's like, and then they like say all this weird stuff. I'm like, you guys are so weird. But anyway, so that's again why I say always text. I don't say phone call. I say text, because then I can pick up my phone. Maybe if everybody's upstairs doing their thing or watching a show or something, I have control over when I look at it. So my attention can be where it needs to be. And that's a boundary that I've set. Again, in these past 3 years, it's worked out great so far. So, everybody seems very respectful of everybody, with that I've worked with. And so, but also, there are other times when maybe I pick up my phone and I shouldn't, and I have to like literally put it upstairs in my bedroom, because sometimes when we start working and then you're like, oh wait, I need to be present right now. So I try to be very intentional with it. So, yeah.
Of an organic social media one-on-one class. You're hosting a class of 300 plus business owners on April 18th, 2025, focusing on organic social media strategies. That's the context. That's the event. Right. What can attendees expect to learn, and how can they benefit from this class?
So I'm teaching my actual 7-step strategy that we were talking about. So goal setting and target audience. And I'm teaching, and that's I'm a part of a BNI networking group, and I did it because I felt like I wanted to give back to them. It's about, I would say $1,200 value easily. But this is my way, and I'm even doing a buy one, get one free ticket. It's my way of just really giving back and helping, because I truly feel like, we need to figure out how we can serve others with our gifts. And so we're doing that on Friday, and I'm really excited. And again, it's not something I'm going to do that often, but I just saw a need, and I just wanted to, bless people with my blessings.
So this is a BNI in person?
So this is going to be virtual. People are going to get the recording of it. But it is exactly what you need to jumpstart your organic, your organic strategy. So
that's what we need a link for.
Yes.
There's a registration. I don't know if I have that anywhere. Do I?
Okay. I don't know. I can.
I don't see it anywhere in my notes or on your.
I think the link I gave you. Yeah, the link that I gave you was to have a 15-minute call with me regarding an audit. And so I did give you that link, but I can get you the other link in 2 seconds.
Yeah, that'd be great. Okay, while Jen is doing that, I want to take a commercial break and say that, our whole why and mission here is to help you to sell more, to give more. And as a former pastor and, Jen is as a person of faith, we're here to serve you guys. So if you guys have any questions, if you guys have any comments, if you guys have any, burning problems, let us know in the comments below. And if you liked the Sales Ninja Show podcast, please leave a positive review so we can reach more people with this message that people need to hear. So you have that link?
Yeah, I did. I sent that. And then I do want to say, if this resonates with any single moms and you just feel overwhelmed, like I would love any single moms to reach out as well, because again, it's a struggle, and it's easy to feel alone as a single mom. And so I would love if anybody wants to reach out on that subject either. I would be happy to be a friend. So,
you know, I think there's something there that here, and we can talk offline about this, where I think not only will you go viral because of the resonation, like the striking a chord and resonating with so many single moms out there, but I think there's such a huge need and want and desire for single moms to be supported and helped. So we'll definitely talk about that after. I do have your link here, so I'm going to just send it over here. So this is your organic social media 101 class, right?
I kept referring to the strategy that you need, and that class is going to teach you exactly how to do that. So it'll give you a good foundation.
Okay, so that is the link over here, guys. It's a bit long, but we'll get that in the comments. That's where Bitly comes to.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. That's okay.
I think I know Chris is probably going to scold me because I gave you the wrong one, but I've got a great guy who, because I'm not techy. Okay, I'm just not. So
no worries.
I know strategy.
Okay, I'm gonna put it here. Oh boy, I don't know if it worked even.
Okay.
Okay. So, anyways, we'll get it in the show notes, and then we'll have people register, because I think the link was so long it didn't even go in the comments. So that's okay. We are live. This is real. So this shows you that we are not making this stuff up. We are not AI bots. We are not deep fake. We are not AI clones. Oh, is that another one?
I sent you the link. That's the link to the Facebook event. I don't know.
That's probably better. Facebook event. Boom. And then that's better. Yeah, there we go.
And there's a shorter link in there. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get in trouble for not.
That's okay. So,
as I said, I have somebody techie on my team. It's fine. We're fine.
No worries. Okay. So it's in the comments. So check that out. Back to the podcast. So with regards to your 7-step strategy, what's one thing that you can share that would be a nugget in terms of what people can take out of the 7-step strategy?
So again, I'm going to repeat it because it's that number one. It's the goal setting. Like, you think that it's like, I was looking at the statistics the other day, and it's like 73% of people don't even set goals, and then they don't write them down. And all of those things deter you from actually taking action. So this is a way, this strategy is going to help you know exactly what actions to take in order to achieve that goal. And again, it's not just going to be for social media. This can apply to your entire marketing as a whole. Again, I feel like marketing is such a big puzzle, right? Social media is just one piece of it. So we need to make sure that all of them are working together and they're a full puzzle and not scattered pieces, if you will. So
I think most people are just trying to figure stuff out, but it's like pieces of a puzzle. When you have a 1,500 piece puzzle and you don't have a goal or a vision, it's going to be almost impossible to figure out what you're making.
Exactly. And you're going to be a lot. And I will guarantee you one thing, you're going to waste a lot of time and a lot of money.
I agree. Okay. So I'm going to end off this time to do a lightning round. So it's like a game show. So Jen, first thing that comes to mind, you're going to respond and react. And then we're going to do a plug for Next Level Marketing Academy. And I'm going to put the link over here before we close. Okay.
Okay.
So lightning round. First thing that comes to mind.
Oh, geez.
If Facebook's algorithm were a person, what kind of personality would it have? And would you want to be friends with it?
Okay, so the first thing that came to mind was Karen.
Oh my! Those Karen videos?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it would be like keeping you on track, It would be like, so, yes, I would love to be friends with it, but it would be a very difficult friend. But we love everybody, right? Like Jesus loves us. So
as iron sharpens iron, so one man or woman sharpens another. So it'd be an abrasive friendship. So
yeah,
it's character building. That's what it is, right?
For sure.
What's your all-time favorite content post that went viral, and did it surprise you?
So it was actually for a client, and it did, but I learned a lot from it. It was a roofer, showing how somebody else did a job wrong, and they were doing an inspection. And saw it was crazy. It's the things that go viral that you don't think will go viral. But yeah, that got
actually piques my interest.
Yeah, that was over 7.1 million views organically. $0 7.1 million. Yeah, it was.
That's a good ad to put together.
What?
That's a good ad to put together since you already proved that it's resonating.
Yeah, so it blew my mind, actually.
Okay. Instagram or Facebook? If you could only pick one platform to rule forever, which one would get the crown?
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Facebook. 100%. Okay. There's so much more opportunity in Facebook, and I will stand by that forever.
Okay. And I'm sure this is a polarizing comment, so please help the algorithm.
Yeah.
By saying why you think IG or any other platform is better. And if you think Facebook is right and you agree with Jen, then also say why you agree. Okay. What's the most cringe marketing advice that you see people still following today?
The only way to get organic traction is to boost your post. Yeah, there is a marketing agency that literally is saying that. And I'm like, what? But also I would say any sort of clickbait. So like meaning, do you like Coke or Diet Coke better? Comment below.
Oh, yeah. Like Samsung or iPhone.
Clickbait stuff. The algorithm will get you so quick. And I'm telling you, if you don't follow the algorithm, if you don't follow Karen, she will get you and she'll suspend your page completely. So,
wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
If you could ban one overused marketing buzzword forever, what would it be?
SEO.
Oh, okay.
I don't think people don't actually understand what it is, but a lot of people
I think
are like,
you're right.
SEO. Yeah.
You've mastered algorithm hacks. If you had to name your signature strategy like a superhero move, what would you call it?
A superhero move? Like karate chop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what you would call it?
A karate chop, because we hack it. Okay. We hack the algorithm.
Ooh, very good. I love that. Okay, memes, reels, or carousels? Which one's your secret weapon right now?
Reels.
Okay. What's one underrated content format more business owners should be using in 2025?
Content format. Just short form reels, 1,000,000%. Okay. And then not only making the reels, but then sharing it and using it through your entire marketing.
Mompreneur vibes. We're doing a little bit of pivot on the lightning questions. You've got 3 kids. Who's tougher to coach, your clients or your kids?
Okay, I'm gonna say I don't know. It's kind of a lose-lose right there.
If you were to make a choice, which one would you take?
Well, I guess I'll say it depends on the day.
What about right now? What are you feeling?
Okay, we'll say kids. We'll just say kids.
What's your go-to mom fuel when juggling family life and business?
A skinny vanilla latte from Starbucks.
Is that what you're feeling about right now? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. If your kids had to describe your job in one sentence, what would they say you do?
I own a marketing company.
Next level marketing, but what's the next level of bedtime negotiations in your house?
You know what? My kids are pretty good, I guess, except my youngest, who's almost 12. He wants to negotiate more video game time.
Oh, me too. Oh my gosh. We have timers on our internet. So
he's
like, can I get 5 more minutes? Can I get 5 more minutes?
I do too. We're very strict about that, but there's always an ask. But you know what? If I say no, it's okay. You know, like it's not.
That's good.
Because
no whining.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
we're not trying to get fluent in Chinese, the language of Chinese. So just for fun, early bird or midnight creative bursts?
A midnight creative bursts.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Diet Coke or chaos?
Neither.
Okay, good answer. What song would play every time you land a new client?
Well, Level Up by Level Up. That's actually where my company name came from.
Perfect. I love that. If you could collaborate with any celebrity or brand on a viral campaign, who would it be and what would the campaign be called?
Oh my gosh, these are so good. Who would it be? Oh my
Any
god.
celebrity or brand on a viral campaign, who would it be and what would the campaign be called?
There's like, I don't know.
What's the first one? First person or first brand that comes to mind?
Well, okay, don't give me flack for this, but honestly, Kourtney Kardashian, because she went through a divorce and was a single mom and like is such an entrepreneur. I feel like I have a lot of questions for her, and she's always about, you know, like doing things almost against the grain, like not following. And so I don't obviously know her, but I feel like maybe I just feel like I'd have a lot of questions.
And if you did a celebrity collaboration with her as a, you know, divorcee, single mom, entrepreneur, against the grain, what would the campaign be called?
I think it would be something about maybe that, like, you know, like the organic, the being real, like it should be the new celebrity or something like that. Like showing and being vulnerable, like something like that. Maybe. Like,
why not fake it till you make it, but why don't you make it and not fake it?
Yes, that. Perfect.
Okay. You scaled the businesses to 6 figures without ads. If you had to market using one of 2 methodologies, and these are the only methodologies you can use, which one would you choose? Carrier pigeons or skywriting, which is, you know, those planes riding in the sky?
So carrier pigeons, we could target people.
Okay.
Carrier
pigeons it is. Okay, there you are. So that wraps up our Sales to Show podcast. And if you guys want to level up in your marketing, connect with Jennifer Cecil at Facebook at facebook.com/next level marketing. And if you guys want to check out the Next Level Marketing Academy, look at marketing-next-level.com/next-level-marketing-academy. So what are some last parting words of 15 years of experience discovering algorithm hacks on organic mastery on Facebook that you would give to the person who is ready to give up on Facebook and their business and is a single mom? Ooh,
yeah. Well, number 1, have faith. You're obviously listening to this podcast because you do still believe that there's something and you're still trying to better yourself. So number 1, don't give up. And number 2, leverage other people's experience. And sometimes it can feel like a big commitment and, you know, monetarily, but it's honestly a cheat code to success and, you know, learning from other people's years of trial and error and mistakes. So I would say that. And then also my Facebook page, it's Next Level Marketing, but there's no G at the end because I still want a next level in it. Next Level Marketing. So just putting that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So there you have it. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, but you know, you're not alone. Don't give up.
Amazing. So there you have it. Thank you, Jen Cecil. Remember to have faith, and you're listening because you still believe. Don't give up. Leverage other people's experience because you can get quantum leaps by collapsing time. And when you pay for proximity, then you can shorten the gap and really get that success that you're looking for, which in my opinion is time and financial freedom.
Yes.
Time for your faith, time for your friends, you know, for myself and probably Jen, you know, time for your local church, and to give as much as we can. That's why we're here to sell more, to give more. If you guys are a 6 or 7 figure entrepreneur and you want to jump on the Sales Ninja Show podcast, I'd love to have you. Comment podcast. If you loved the episode, give us a like, share it, and also give us a positive review so we can reach more people. The mission is to reach over 1 million entrepreneurs and the next generation to help break the cycle of generational poverty so that you can have that time and financial freedom. So thank you guys for tuning into the Sales and Dish Show podcast. Until next time, thank you once again, Jen, for your time.
Thank you so much for having me.
Hey, take care.
Thanks.